Patriot, let's talk about him. I grinded this guy from Arena. He went for like 0 points basically, and I feel like there are factors into why he like went for so low, but before we talk about that, let me just showcase him versus his best fight, which is Photon. He was made to hard counter this character, and he does a pretty good job at it. Like, the fight time's pretty good. Everything about her is just shut off. Like, the miss is shut off, the unblockable is shut off, and he is just really good at countering her. So here I can go for the reversal. I drop the SP2, and yeah, it's pretty nice damage. And then we go back in, drop a combo, nice 10,000 light attacks, like what, 16,000 mediums. It's pretty good stuff, and that was about 41 seconds and a 50,000 plus score right there. Now we have Spider Ham, and this is just a showcase of him with the Clarity, Clarity tag, because he is a Clarity attacker in Alliance War. And so every 10 hits, he gains this passive that lets him bypass, evade, and auto block. And here's the cool part, he actually gets to 10 hits faster than most characters because his light attack gives him 2 combos instead of just, or like 2 combo hits instead of just 1. So yeah, he's pretty good for the tactic. He just does these fights really well because of his accelerated combo gain. So yeah, now we have the Spider Ham. And so the plan here is to wait out his 10 charges, drop the reversal, which is like this heavy attack kind of mechanic. Like there we drop it, we drop the SP2, and yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Go back in here, drop a combo, 14,000, not too shabby in the slightest, and this matchup is over essentially. So yeah, not too bad. That was like what, under 50 seconds? Pretty nice stuff. Now we have this Overseer fight. It's Overseer. He's not the toughest defender out there, but he is House of Mirrors. So Patriot is countering him in this Alliance War meta at least, or this Battlegrounds meta, because in the victory track, it is the Alliance War meta. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about when they do it. Like, I guess it's kind of cool because not everyone plays Alliance War. So this is like, hey, this is what it looks like on the Alliance War side. And Patriot is just really good for it. So here I drop the SP1. It gives us a ton of combo. So yeah, we are built up all the way for like our reversal and for our clarity charges. So here I go back in, and it is almost time to cash out here. So we get to 2 bars of power, we drop the reversal right here, and yeah, it does pretty nice damage, 20 something thousand crits, drop the relic, and this matchup is over. Another 4 yellow bar finish, pretty much at least, and yeah, another pretty good score there as well, but it doesn't show because I actually disconnected. So yeah, that's fun. But now we have another Photon here. Now this Photon is in the Gladiator Circuit meta, so there's no Clarity, there's no True Strike or anything. It is a lot more tough because she gains armor up all the time, and we also get armor broken all the time as well. So it's like, yeah, this one is not as easy for sure. It's honestly a lot more tough, but Patriot still deals with her pretty dang well. So here it's almost time for the reversal. Here I do drop it after, you know, she drops the SP1. Very nice of her. So here I drop it finally. Then I drop the SP2. 25,000 crits all around. Not too shabby in the slightest. And this matchup is as good as over because yeah, the rotation, once like you drop the reversal, it's so smooth, it's so fluid, and it one-shots, at least like at equal rank. So that was 51 seconds, I believe, or like 50 flat, not too bad. So now we have this spot fight. This is in the Alliance War Showcase, and this has steady build up unblockable. Now I think that I feel like Patriot is one of the best counters to steady build up unblockable, because whenever he is fighting science characters, if Patriot is suffering from 3 or more debuffs, he gains a steadfast, which lets him block any unblockable. So that's really good. Against non-science characters, it is 10 debuffs required, so do not use him for this node against non-science characters. He is mainly meant to counter these science characters on this node. But yeah, I think he's like a really good option for it. Like right here, the steadfast is just letting us block this whole SP1. It's really nice stuff. Of course, there are counters that are, I guess, better overall. example, Mole Man, just does this fight probably like 20 seconds, but he still is a very safe option for it. Now here Spot is, being very nice to us, dropping the special one pretty quickly. Here he dropped the reversal. We get a nice crits right there. And yeah, this is going really well now. We didn't crit there once though, which is weird, but it's okay, because we go back in, we drop the relic, and it does pretty good damage as well. And now it's time to close out the fight with one SP2, or like one more SP2. So here we drop it, and look at this beauty. 29,000 crits across the board. Nice stuff. Really nice stuff. And that was 1 minute and 17 seconds. Pretty dang sweet. Now, I'm going to just talk about the Patriot as these story content fights play out, because I want to give like my honest thoughts on Patriot. So, I don't really, like, I don't know how to say it really, but I don't think I'm too impressed with this champion. I think like he's good at what he does, like, which is countering Photon, but I feel like he is just being carried hard by the Alliance War attack tactic, because this gives him the ability to counter a whole bunch of science characters, but when that disappears, he will not counter those characters nowhere near as good. And being a one-trick pony, it of course has its uses, right? But he's a really safe photon counter, but is he the best photon counter even? I'm really not too sure. So it's like, I think he does have some value in Alliance War especially, and especially this tactic, right? But like, I'll just be honest, I think he is going to fizzle out really quickly. Like, once this tactic goes away, I think Patriot goes away as well. And is that fine? I guess it's fine, right? Because, most characters don't have like a lot of time in the limelight, but I think Patriot just having like one Alliance War season where he kind of shines, I feel like that's just not enough for him. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe he does like, have use outside of this one Alliance War season and this one Battleground season where he is given extra utility, but I'm just struggling to see that like play out really. And I'm being honest with this character because I think that's what the designer would want me to do, right? He'd want me to be honest about this character. So I just am not too impressed outside of like what he was meant to do. And I think the part that is kind of worrying is the fact that what he was meant to do, he doesn't necessarily do the best either. Like, the photon fight I did, I don't think I could have done it like much better. And that like 41 second bit of health taken away photon fight, of course, is better than like the majority of characters in this game. But is it as good as like the other top tier skills like Mantis, Crossbones, champions like that? I really don't know. I think it's like kind of up there, but it might not be like much better to where like you have to have Patriot in your deck, while like Mantis, Crossbones, all those other characters are equipped to take other science champions outside of Photon. I'm not saying Patriot can't do that, but I'm saying he was obviously made to just do Photon, and like while he can expand outside of that, he won't expand outside of it as well as the other characters do. So those are my thoughts on Patriot. We'll see what happens. Like, I think it's fine to like make Alliance War characters that are just good in their one tactic. Like, that's okay. I think Patriot is exactly that. But I just hope I'm wrong and he does like shine in other places as well. So yeah, now we have this entry fight. I don't even know what fights happened while I was talking, because I was just zoned out. Not zoned out, but I was like zoned in on like giving my thoughts on this character. But this is like a really good note for him, because he is made of like just passives really. He has a passive Vigilance, he has a passive Fury and all that. So it's pretty nice for sure, like to take fights like this. Here he dropped the SP2, some beautiful crits because of the skill Wrath node, and there we go. Like, his damage output feels fine, obviously, like it does feel pretty good, But I've already talked about him enough. I've rambled way too much, but I'm known for rambling, so it is what it is. And this right here is a Loki fight that goes pretty well, to be honest. Yeah, he's good for like most skill lanes, I want to say. Okay, actually, not the DOT ones. I know skill champions are known for that, but he has 3 rupture debuffs. It's really not, the best idea to take him in those places. But I mean, we know what he was made for. We know that he does it pretty well, so that's really all that matters for Patriot. But yeah, here we can drop the reversal. It's really fun to drop that. Like, he's a fun champion, obviously. It's just like, I've already told you like my other thoughts about him. And I also want to say this, like, I said that he's really good at something but isn't the best at something. And before people are like, didn't you say that about Leader? No, I said he is the straight up best at what he does, and I will stand by that. He is the absolute best at what he does. No one does Spectre and, Wither better than him, at least like without any synergies. And that's why, I mean, I'm not going to compare the two characters. They are two completely different champions, but my review of Leader, I was much more confident in the character's ability to shine overall than I am with Patriots. So yeah, I think this character, he does have a use. Like, if you pull him, it's not like a complete miss. He will have some use for you, unless you have solutions for what this guy is a solution for, which is Photon. And I guess like a few things outside of it. But yeah, Patriot, he's cool. I think he's cool. Is he good? I think he's also like pretty alright. Is he necessary? I don't think so. Is he, worth like cashing in Titan shards on, or like worth cashing in, units on? I don't think so. But I think I've said everything I have to say, right? Yeah, I think so. But I just feel like talking, man. So I'm gonna make a second video tonight probably. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Patriot, and yeah, that's about it for me.